U.S.-Russia vie for European gas dominance. Now, this headline came out back on July 23rd, just a few days ago. It says here, U.S. legislation renewing and tightening sanctions on Russia stalled in the House of Representatives, was not passed before the U.S. and Russian presidents met at the G20 summit in Hamburg. That was at that time.
Yes.
Now we know we've gotten further in that development. The proposed bill had already received criticism not only from Russia, but also from Germany and Austria about the impact sanctions may have on Europe's gas supply. Europe and the United States need not worry. Energy markets have undergone significant transformation in favor of importers, and Russia's tough talk warning against sanctions is little more than posturing. Russia needs Europe as a market for its oil and gas. It says here, the proposed sanctions bill, if passed by the House of Representatives and not vetoed by President Trump, because he can veto it, would put into law sanctions previously established under former President Barack Obama, as well as expand them, targeting various companies in the sectors of the Russian economy, including the energy sector. The sanctions renewing earlier sanctions for Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, which, by the way, another reason why the U.S. House of Representatives is claiming that we need to sanction Russia is not just for their so-called collusion in the 2016 presidential election, but also for them annexing Crimea from Ukraine.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So it's gotten... I'm seeing Obama all over again here,
yes,
okay?
Obama, yes.
During the Trump administration. So it says here, also, the sanctions include their annexing, Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the involvement in the war in eastern Ukraine are a response to Russia's cyber attacks during the 2016 U.S. presidential election, as well as weapons supplied to Syria's government. These are the so-called reasons why we're going to be sanctioning Russia.
Yeah.
Significantly, the new bill hinders Trump from easing sanctions on Russia without approval from Congress. The Senate approved the bill nearly unanimously back in June. Now, Russia's majority state-owned gas company Gazprom complains that the new sanctions target European companies involved in Russia's controversial Nord Stream 2 pipeline project. The planned project expands the existing Nord Stream system that pumps Russian gas under the Baltic Sea to Germany and bypasses Europe's previous gas transit hub, Ukraine. With companies from Austria, France, Germany, the Netherlands, and the UK on board with the project, Nord Stream 2, if completed, would support the dominance of Russian gas in Europe. So right now, Russia has been working for years to be a dominant force to supply gas to the European people. United States doesn't like that. Not just under the Trump administration. Trump has nothing to do with this, but he likes money. And people in the White House who served Obama know this. So they're going to talk his language, right?
President Trump promising to sell U.S. oil and gas to Europeans to help loosen Russia's grip on their energy supply. Here's what he said in Poland. Take a listen.
We are committed to securing your access to alternate sources of energy, so Poland and its neighbors are never again held hostage to a single supplier of energy.
To former Shell Oil President John Hofmeister, who joins me now. John, great to see you. This is a win-win, I think, for the United States. One, it's great for energy producers. It gives, particularly at a time when oil's coming down in price and some frackers thought they might have to close up shop for a while until the prices went back up. This gives them a whole new market to deal with. And it's a win for Europeans, which, because of the fact the Russians had for years, for decades, held this sort of threat of cutting off oil if they did anything the Russians didn't like.
David, it all comes down to price.
But the bad thing about this is that this is more... It's not just about money, it's about power. And these people, they're trying to be the new world order. They're the globalists, okay? You could call them, I guess, in a sense, the new world order, but it's not the fourth kingdom. They have an antichrist spirit, I believe, but they're not yet the beast, okay? They've been working overtime, so they already knew, okay, we're going to get Trump in. Who's been visiting Trump? A lot. What's that billionaire's name? Why is he having one-on-one conversations? Why is he going into the White House all the time and talking with Trump? I'll tell you why. Because, okay, before we kill you, like Kennedy, we're going to lay down some ground rules. We're going to tell you how it is. We've been working on this thing for quite some time. We've been trying to get into Syria. We've been trying to, make sure that the Russians don't get their dominance here with Europe. You're going to play by the rules here. Okay, do your thing, make America great again, but you don't touch this. Yes. And we're going to help you out. Don't worry. We'll give you what to say. We'll give you the audio. We'll do all that stuff. And this is what they're telling them. On the outside, tell the Americans, we got to punish Russia for their annexing Crimea, helping the Syrian government, and, you know, their so-called, you know, their cyber attacks against the 2016 U.S. presidential election. It's all a game, folks. And again, I'm going to tell you what this has to do when it comes to related to Bible prophecy momentarily.